House of the Dragon, and if the recent views are anything to go by, people rarely want me to give you the meat and give it to you raw. Wrong show, but it makes me laugh. Beware of incoming spoilers. The episode was maybe an improvement on the last one. They cleared up some of the mess from the last episode. It got dragged down a little for me by the worst scene in the episode, which was Damon being a creepy groomer uncle again. He ends up kissing his niece openly on the beach, with it being only dumb luck that nobody saw them. They have sex on the beach later, and the show plays what sounds like a romantic version of the Targaryen theme. And what are you doing, show? This is not romantic, it's effing creepy. It's her uncle, and he's acting towards her in a sexual way since she was, 14 or 15? This almost felt like an endorsement. Stop trying to normalise this. It's not okay. I don't care if it gives you a bit of a frisson from the wrongness. That's a bad House of the Dragon. Bad. Can we maybe have some normal relationships, please? If you're going to have sex in the show, can we maybe have some healthy, enjoyable sex, ideally between two people that aren't brother and sister? If you want a good sex scene, you can do it the Game of Thrones way and introduce the character of Alicent's cousin, played by Lana Rhoades. Maybe bring back Sahara Night again and her extensive experience on films such as her 2008 film, Din Partner mit dem Mund verwöhnen, which, if your German's not up to snuff, roughly translates as pamper your partner with your mouth. Now, I'm not a huge fan of relationships and sex in TV and film, although I realise as a group, often men see romance initiated in film when someone unfeasibly gets stuck headfirst in a washer dryer, but I'm not immune to it if it's done well. I'm trying to think when it has worked. Maybe Han and Leia in Star Wars. Maybe Cary Grant and Grace Kelly in To Catch a Thief. Or Jon Snow and Ygritte from Game of Thrones. That sort of relationship is something that House of the Dragon's missing. More of a slow burn. And him doing something nice for her with his mouth in Game of Thrones appeared to have gone so well that the actors Kit Harington and Rose Leslie ended up married in real life. It's always nice to get a happy ending. That's what she said. Guys, if you're going to do sex in the show, can you please not make it weird? So far, by my counting, of all the marriages in the show, only one has not been incestuous. Stop trying to normalise this, it's not okay. What happened? Did you hire most of your writing staff from Alabama? Now we have a different one in the UK. For that joke in the UK, the butt of the joke would normally be either Wales, Norfolk or Derbyshire. Insert as appropriate, just not into one of your relatives. The best scene is Corlys and Rhaenys having a conversation. And that's been happening a lot. Maybe I've started to really like long conversations, or maybe it's because this series couldn't provide a good sword fight if its life depended on it. Lord Corlys is still angry that his wife didn't get the throne, and his wife replies saying, "It's not justice for your wife that drives you, it's your own ambition. Your desire for the throne, if not for yourself, then for the scions of your house. I gave up the idea of wearing a crown a generation ago. It's you, Lord Husband, who refuses to abandon this pursuit, even now at the cost of our children." He replies, "What is this brief mortal life, if not the pursuit of legacy?" She says, "Legacy may be why you live your life, Corlys." She wants their home to pass to their daughter's line, because the princess's kids aren't their son's children. She says, "We're alone here, husband. You can speak the plain truth as we both know it. Rhaenyra's children are not of your blood, but Laena's are. They're her legacy." Her husband refuses. He knows that the kids aren't his grandchildren. He knows that they aren't his blood, like he could miss it. He says, history does not remember blood. It remembers names. What they did in this scene isn't perfect, but it is something, and it goes a long way to patch up the damage from last episode. A lot of care has gone into this show, and I appreciate it. We open up and we're on Driftmark, the seat of the Velaryon family, at Laena's funeral. A service is being read to assembled nobles. And this is more good work from House of the Dragon. There's a quick cut to Otto Hightower as he preens the symbol of the hand on his lapel. This is some good character building. They get so much into a single second and a gesture that shows how attached he is to power and position, and his sense of self-importance. As the funeral goes on, Daemon laughs manically as they talk about how Velaryon blood never thins, as he looks at the princess's kids, knowing that they have no Velaryon blood in them. It seems Alicent's eldest son is now betrothed to her daughter, and dear God, again? What are you doing, House of the Dragon? What is this? The eldest son, Aegon, is not keen, apparently because the girl does not seem in full control of her faculties. Not because she's your sister, then? No? His brother, on the other hand, says he would happily marry her. He says it's to keep our Valyrian blood pure. Firstly, his mother wasn't even Valyrian, and where are these ideas coming from? I can't do this now, not again. House the Dragon, what is it with the purity of the bloodline stuff? Can I not get through a single episode of a thing without fascist ideology beating through the wall like the Kool-Aid man? Just no, not now, no time. If you want me to go into this, ask below, otherwise I'm sidestepping that because that video sounds like a good way to get banned. The show is, if anything, going a little bit too fast to let most of the relationships properly cook. I wish they would have taken their time a little bit more. Laena's death would have been so much more impactful if we'd gotten to know her better. Laena's daughters at the funeral are heartbroken. They've realised they've lost their mother and their father is a git. So the princess sends her oldest son, Jace, to go and comfort them. And God, they're standing next to each other. And you're just making it worse, House of the Dragon. Anyone can see that Laenor is not his dad. Thank God they had the sense to clean this up later. Jace is conflicted, too embarrassed to say anything and awkward. He knows Harwin was his father, so he doesn't feel a link or a kinship to the girls. I mean, even if Laenor's not his father, he is still related to the girls. They're just not first cousins like they would be if he was Laenor's son. They are... hang on. You know what? The Targaryen family tree is so effed up I have no idea what they are. They're not first cousins via Laena and Laenor, but the girl's father is the boy's mother's uncle. So that would make them whatever that is. Maybe tell me below. Jesus, George, why you like this? Anyway, no time for that now. This will have to be a two-parter again.